see the first one here, it says you're connecting with Excel. I'm just going to show you how we are going to connect to Excel. This is a workbook I do even have it at my end. I'll just open and show you, and then how each and everything does get connected to what is it, we'll go through one by one. Okay. And even before that, few more things I'll show you. Don't worry. Okay. My screen is very much visible. Any issues with that?
Yeah,
Voice
yeah,
is
ma'am.
audible. Voice is audible.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well and good. Just a second. Okay. Now, yes, we are going to get connected to. I just open for your reference. But before that, let me open a blank Excel workbook. Okay. We are in Home tab. I need to get to Data tab. Okay. And the left ribbon over here is dedicated for whole of your Power Query. You can see here Get and Transform Data. Yes. From our PPT, we do hopefully all remember our Power BI is comprised of 4 components. First is your Power Query, which is your ETL tool, extract, transform, and load. Then comes your Power Pivot. You can very well see here Power Pivot. I do have a section for here in Excel itself. And your third one was your Power View, like full of my Power BI area, the desktop area. And last one is your obviously your online service. Now, why am I showing this is we all know all the 4 components, I mean, all the first 3 components are very much part of our Power BI desktop tool only. But I can really, in Excel also, especially from this 2021 version, we have got a way of even say, suppose someone is working only in Excel. Now, Power Query really helps getting your data transformed or cleaning process really quicker. If I don't have a Power Query, I'm just to work only with my Excel functions for some cleaning purpose and all. It might take some time, as in to say I have to manually write those functions. I have to enter them onto my Excel workbook and do the things. But instead of that, say for even see here, you do have the first 2 rows. Where the second row is fully empty, all spaces. First one, just have your Power Query in one of the cell, and in here in the eighth column, just says me example #1. If I want to remove these two, obviously my first 2 rows are really irrelevant for me, right? My data starts from this header row only. Is your name, gender, department, and all. If I would have to do it from Excel and maybe I would have to delete these two, and then it would come to the first row, your header will come to the first row, and maybe a few more. You can see some space before ab, right? Few nulls are there. So each of these replacements of maybe null, yours, even spaces are there. If I had to remove all those things, not that Excel is not going to help us out, but making through changing the things, cleaning up, it does take some time. I'm not saying too much of a time, but yes, some time is very much being taken up. But if I'm going to use my Power Query, my job becomes really easier. So in here, if you see, we do have our get data, or else we do even have your from CSV, maybe from live web, I can get my data. I can get it from a table or a range. Table and range is entirely part of your workbook, Excel workbook. Okay, and if there are any recent resources also, it's going to show me up here. Anyway, it's trying to open, I guess. Hold on. Let's see. The basic ones which I would have been dealing quite often, all those sources will be put up here. It's just like your favorites bar on any of the web pages that, or if you open Google on our IE or your Mozilla or maybe Chrome, you would have a favorite list also, right? But same thing is very much applicable over. That's nothing but your recent resources. Now come here to get data. I have do a good number of options over here. First one says as your from file. It could be from an Excel workbook, a notepad or a CSV, XML or JSON. You have in your PDF, and if at all my data, say suppose I am being given sales data for the past year, 12 months data, each month data is being maintained onto an Excel workbook, something like that. Architecture like 12 files are being maintained, one for each month, and that is very much being put onto a folder which I can really access. Hold on. Yeah, if that's the case, I can very much access that folder and get, really access all of those 12 files and then form a combined one. I can do that. That's what is your first option over here. The last one is from folder. I'm just giving a small brief of it. We will go through the necessary ones in our the session and all. Database, you can connect to different databases. This could be your SQL server, your Access database, analysis services and all we can. If you have access to Azure, yes, you can connect from other resources. You can very well connect to a table or range. When I say table or range means Excel table or an Excel range of cells. I can really connect to that. From a live website or say suppose from a Wikipedia, I do have a specific website or a link in my Wikipedia, I can, and I can really get in my details from there. Maybe your Yahoo Finance, if somebody is really interested in your um, share values day to day, you can very well get your live data from there. Okay, few more related to your all ODBC servers and ODBC data and all. Blank query, let's just like a completely empty one. We'll come across it. Just listen to it. We do have options like combine and merge, like your merge and append. If similar kind of data is very much given to me, okay, say suppose last quarter, we are in March, right? So maybe this quarter until today's date, from 1st of January until today's date, maybe I'm given three files to me, okay, or maybe two files because first and second were weekends, right? So maybe your first of from fall of January month and your February month, if these two files are given to me and the column formats or column structure is also the same, I can very well go for it for append. Meaning to say a Jan day, I can append my February data with Jan data. It's very much similar to stacking two books on one on top of the other. And merge, if you all are well versed with the VLOOKUP function of Excel or maybe your SQL joins, then it's very much similar to that only. You have two different tables or maybe two different data sets or maybe two different resources, but then they are very much connected through a single column. Then yes, I can very well merge them as well. All of these are there. And if at all I don't want to really go in any of these options, I can very well launch my Power Query editor also. That's the empty one. Okay, you can very well make out here you have got something called, okay, queries. But then maybe if I am able to connect to any source, I can really, people can really make out what each and everything is there. It's completely empty one. I have launched it, right? So everything's over zero here. But yes, yeah, I in home also doesn't show me. Yeah. New resource. If you want to come here also, lots of example options are there. But as of now, let me just close it. Okay, just for example, I'll show you something over here. I'll go to from Excel workbook, the connecting to Excel, that particular workbook which I was showing you sometime, right? It's Excel workbook only, no? So I'm going to get connected to that. So Power Query, where, yeah. And this is there in our drive also. I'll go at and say import. Yeah.